Yo, what's going on, man? Free game all day, man. You know what it is, man. Like, subscribe my channel, man. Hit that like button, man. Hey, we gonna talk about this narcissistic abuse. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let y'all hear this shit for what it is, right? So I'm gonna tell you about an old game. It's an old game that that women and men they use the shit. It's an old game. It's called it's the combination of deflection and the blame game, and a little sprinkle of what you call that, the flying monkey, yeah, flying monkeys in that. So basically, it's kind of like this, right? It's old fashioned monkey wrenching. I'm sorry, like well, um, somebody's trying to lead a relationship, and they go and they basically deal with someone else, but they got to make sure that this supply is solid, is suitable. So they go from one relationship to the next. Now, the thing about this right here is that they think that you don't see it coming. They think you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Monkey branch. Monkey branch. Yeah, they think you don't know. So it's classic monkey branching. Like, that's all it is. They go from one relationship to the next. They make sure the supplies is suit enough. They also want to sabotage and want to, when they feel like the old supply is no good no more. So they feel like the old supply does nothing to get out the old supply no more. So they want to go and they want to make sure that old supply is done. Then they want to sabotage everything. They want to get validation from everybody, so that that old supply can't get no sympathy. Put all the blame, everything on that old supply. So they go off and ride off in the sunset with the new supply. But this is the thing though. They want to go and they want to make that old supply feel guilty, and want to put the blame on the old supply like they did something wrong. But honestly, in reality, the old supply ain't did nothing. But they want to make sure that old supply, they want to make sure that old supply feel guilty about the relationship. It's an old game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people have done this, and it's classic narcissistic abuse. A lot of deflecting, a lot of sabotaging, a lot of like manipulating, all of that, and it all comes down to new supply. You know what I'm saying? They're priming up the new supply, so they want to make sure they want to put all their ducks in a row, as far as with the new supply. So by me saying that, I'm finna tell you my story, because this deserves my story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very aware of this type of behavior. I'm very aware of what type of shit comes with this. So this is what I noticed. This is what I seen. I saw the old supply. I'm sorry. I was the supply. And then once my supply ran out, that's when the mask fell off. So the mask fell off, and it's time for this person to look for a new supply. So I hung around for a long period of time before, I really realized or noticed that that I was going to be monkey branch. I think I might even called it. I even said it one time, like, this is I'm going to be a monkey branch behind this, because I could tell that it's all about a suitor, a better suitor. So I think within the last month and a half, a new suitor came into play. So when the new suitor came in, that's when everything changed. You don't end relationships over little bullshit, but that's a way a person's out. So they're gonna make everything seem like it's worse than what it is. You're gonna be the bad guy now. You're the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? All of that is all on you. So they're going to find a way to get out. And once they find a way to get out, they're going to go and they're going to act like they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this, they can't do that. Like they just so distraught or so hurt. Reality, they've been moved on. Reality, there's some shit that already has happened. You know what I'm saying? You just late to the party. The monkey branch is something that you always going to be late about. But the reality of it is, it's a blessing in disguise because they did you a favor. They let you go when it was time for you to go, and they didn't hold on to it no more. But see, this is the thing. When people monkey branch, they monkey branch with the idea of thinking that you'll never find out, that you'll never know what they're gonna do, that you'll never figure it out that what they had going on, because they too busy trying to put the blame on you and make it seem like everything's your fault. Everything's your fault in a relationship. That's what they're gonna do. This person reached out to one of my closest friends and want to paint a picture of me like this is going to be, you know, like I'm, you know, like she's priming up the whole situation. Like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be doing this, so you know, like I don't want him to be flipping out, doing this, doing that, and putting everything on me like I'm the problem. But really the problem is that it's all about not being figured out. That narcissistic abuse shit is real. And people don't even realize how much they do that shit. If they only understood and knew how much they do that shit is real. Everything that I just explained to you is all in the whole realm of narcissistic abuse. That is real narcissistic shit. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I beg y'all, man, listen. Be careful of these folks y'all fucking with out here. Because these people really got that shit bad. And it ain't nothing that people, they think that narcissistic abuse, it comes from like, oh, you know, it's something you born with. No, this trauma, past situations, shit that happened in their life. This is shit that create these people, that make these people do this type of stuff. Hurt people. That's like one of the realest shit that a motherfucker can say about somebody. Hurt people. They don't give a fuck about hurting you. And they get fuel from that. They actually like that shit. It makes them feel good. They get fuel from that. Hurting people. You got to understand, man. Deal with somebody who gives a fuck about you. Deal with somebody who cares about you. And this is what people don't understand. Listen, this is the beauty of the whole situation. Folks don't count their karma. They don't. You set your own karma up when you do shit like that. I promise you do. You set your own karma up. You send your own self up for a big disaster, for something that's going to be a greater hurt that you hurt somebody else. There's some people, they run from their karma all their life. They run from it. I'm telling you, you set your own karma up. That's how that shit go. So while you're hurting somebody else, while you sitting up there lying and you're putting on and you think you got everybody okay and blessing to treat this person a certain kind of way, you're setting your own karma up. That's all you doing. Oh, folks don't even get that shit. Like, they don't understand that. And then when something happened, they be like, oh, well, why this happening to me? Because you set your own karma up. Like, God gonna take care of all of that. You don't play with God's children, and you don't play with God at all. Like, don't sit up there and act like you're praising God and you send back, you're hurting somebody on purpose. You're setting your own karma up with that. That's all you're doing. Like, people, that's why it's so important to treat people right. Handle people right. Treat people who really have the best intent for you right. Because if you don't, I promise you, there's going to be a day you're going to have to answer to your actions. That's going to happen. And you just set your own karma up. That's all you're doing. Monkey branching, all that narcissistic abuse, all that mental shit. You think you're getting away with that shit out here? It's not going to happen. It catches back up. And it's going to hit you flat in your face. And you're going to be looking crazy when you realize like what happened. It is what it is, man. Be careful, man. These folks y'all dealing with out here, man. People out here, man, these folks crazy. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about nothing but themselves. But it is what it is, man. Free game all day. Hey, it's all good.